Hi guys, and today I went out to the range, which is a shop near where I live, and I found some pens, some leaves to try, and they actually say watercolour markers. Not focus. Yeah, watercolour markers are supposed to be like watercolours. At one end sort of a brush nib, I think, yeah, and the other end is more that kind of flat nib. And so I thought I would try them out. And I got cadmium red, lemon yellow hue, phthalo green, burnt umber, Payne's grey or Payne's grey, Payne's grey, and yellow ochre, which I think the yellow ochre looks more brown. So I'm going to draw something, and then I'm going to draw that pot outside, and then I'm going to sort of colour it in, sort of here. So have to be quite quick when I do these, because you only get 15 minutes, and I'm already on 1 minute and 30 something seconds. And so this is a pot that we used to do, that my dad used to grow strawberries in. Sort of like that. That's a bit longer. And it's on a square kind of plinth. That probably doesn't, because I'm looking out my window at the pot here. That's on a square plinth with grass kind of around it. And I always draw a black pen and paint, and then colour it in. And so let's draw the butterfly. There. Right, now let's see how these colours work. So I'm going to use the brush nibs. So if I start off with the yellow quickly, the yellow, because then I can do the lighter colours with the yellow. And I bring in that colour right on the edge. I would go over the top. So I'm trying to blend the colours in, but I'm not. See if I can blend using a lighter colour. So they blend quite nicely. I thought they'd be a bit more like watercolours, but well, actually there's a bit more. Oh, that's that. Over there. Because one end's, so one end's a brush nib, one end's like an ordinary nib. But, well, that's a different colour too. But, sort of a different colour too. The brush nibs, oh no, it is the same colour. So for blending, I'm not sure I don't think I don't think they blend very well there. They're supposed to blend, because they said that they were like watercolour. They're supposed to be like watercolours, you know, but in a marker, and they're not blending like in the same way as watercolours. They're not. Yeah, I'm not sure. And then for the soily bits inside, for the bits that are got the soil in, we'll do that with the painter's grey. Maybe a bit more shadowing with that. I don't know. Because if I do a darker colour on there, then I've got to go and take the colour I used before that, so the lighter colour, to be able to kind of blend the colours. Maybe do the inside of that. And so they're, to me, I think they're just like ordinary markers, ordinary brush markers, because you can get brush markers. When actually on the thing, they say, how are we doing for time? 9 minutes. They say, because they do actually have watercolour markers written on them. So I take it, they'd be like watercolours, but in sort of like a marker form. Sort of a bit like a water brush pen, but with the colour actually in there. Butterflies are red, but they just don't seem much. To me, they just don't seem much like watercolours. They're good pens. And as you say, I've only bought 6 of them, so I only have 6 kind of colours. And maybe we can do some with the brush. Well, another thing I've noticed while making this video, because I'm trying them out, is that I believe the brush bit, on some of them the brush bit is slightly darker. If I just, show you that bit and then turn them around. That bit's slightly darker than the brush bit in some of them. I don't know whether that's just an illusion with the brush and the... Maybe we can try some of the grass in around it with a bit of yellow to make a... I see the yellow's going sort of a pale greenish colour where it's mixing with the green, so that's sort of watercolour. But I thought they'd be a bit more like watercolours, so I'd be able to, as I notice, as they're drying, they're getting a bit more blendy as they're sort of blending a bit more as they're drying. I only got 6 colours, so I'm going to do what I can use. Maybe do a little bit of shadowing in it. Oh, 8 minutes. I swear it said 9. Oh, that's because I'm looking at the time upside down, so it was 6 when I thought it was 9. 9 minutes. But no, 8 minutes long, which is good within time. And with this, so with the grey, you can't with ordinary watercolours, you could swish the grey around in the palette and make it paler, but with these, you can't do that. And as I said, in order to blend colours, if you do a darker colour over the top of a lighter colour, you've got to go back and get the lighter colour to blend. Rather than with a brush, you can wash the brush or blend in with the water brush blend. It fades out anyway, so it kind of has a blending effect to it. And I don't think they make, I'm not sure whether they make a blender with these, but they do say watercolour markers. So I thought they'd be, like watercolour, so I got them to try. They're not, they're good. I will use them. Maybe we can do some bit of red. I'll use the brush. Maybe on some of these darker bits we can maybe use a little bit of red there. But, they're good. They're good. But they're sort of, I don't know. They're not that much like watercolours. They're more just like ordinary markers. And they're by Winsor & Newton, which is like one of the most, which is like one of the well-known kind of watercolour brands. So yeah, and I found them and I got 6 because I thought, you know what, I'll get just get 6 colours to try. I thought I could get 6 colours that I have used in watercolours, but you know, so maybe get a colour. And I've got my water brush. Can you see me that way? And you see the colour. So the colour works like that. Okay. So the watercolour so the water brush does kind of thingy. But if I get a different colour, does that work? So you can mix them okay. Yeah, so you can mix them okay, because I put a bit of yellow and it's sort of gone an orangey colour. So yeah, you can mix them, but then you're just left with that blob in the middle. So you can mix them with watercolour over the top and things, and they do spread. But I don't know. I thought they'd be a bit more like watercolour when you use them, but they have a little bit of a watercolour effect, but they're more just like ordinary markers. But anyway, these are my new markers I've got. And so, yep. So yeah. I do like these. I do like them. But yeah, I thought they'd be more like watercolours, but anyway. They're good. So bye. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Yeah, like that.